Let's go. Got them both at the same time. I almost missed that parry. That's another shortcut here that we'll get to. That trap isn't too bad, but if you don't know what you're getting yourself into, then you'll be trying to get through these two axe wielding guys and then forget about this one. And he'll stab you in the back. Well, not literally, he'll just pincer you. He does a lot more damage than these guys. Right, let's keep going. Yep, into this room here. There's this one guy. Dual parry again. This parrying may get a little bit boring, but it's effective because I don't want my sword sort of hitting a wall and then bouncing back and then me getting hit and all that stuff. But I will try and fight enemies properly as well if you're not good at parrying. How to best deal with this room? I just want to lure them out, really. Yeah. So you're just dealing with them one-on-one. Yeah, you see my scimitar's just bouncing around. Don't know if it does extra durability damage, but hopefully not. Well, we can repair it anyway. If we stay hit, I don't know if they'll reset. Hopefully they do. Yeah. Yep, take on two of them. Knock that guy off, and we'll get this soul. Yeah, there we go. See, with a dex weapon like this, you need to get in there and apply the damage. It's not very defensive, and we're not using a shield, so we're not meant to be defensive. The only sort of defensive technique you can do with this is just draw enemies out and deal with them one-on-one. Don't just rush in like a headless chicken and get yourself killed. I use the master key to get in that, but you can use the residence key, which we got from killing the undead merchant. Alternatively, you can just buy it off of him. I think it's 1,000 souls, something like that. Yeah, so you bait an attack by hitting him on the shield. Crossbow guy, you'll need to get rid of, otherwise he'll start shooting you when you go down there. Let's keep going. Let's lure one at a time, because fighting two of them can be a little bit annoying. Parry them, there you go. Most effective way you can deal with these guys is to parry them, but I will show you just doing it normally. Just roll or dodge his attack and then attack him. Or dodge his swing and then attack him on the side. And we got some humanity off of him as well. You saw that black smoke being absorbed into my head. Down there is a pretty tough knight at this point. I wouldn't even want to try him because you only need to hit me twice and then I'm dead. And he takes a lot of damage. So we'll come back later. We're here with an upgraded weapon as well, so yeah, it will take a long time. And here's a funny part, because in the Undead Asylum you had to dodge away from that boulder. Well, here you shouldn't do that because you'll just roll off and then hit that area there, and you either keep going and fly down there and die, or alternatively, you'll just get stuck on that platform and be forced to jump off or use a homeward bone. It's a bit of a wasted endeavour though. So you'll go up here, you bait it, run back, and then get this guy. And we can stun lock him as well. Down there, I will open this up. Yeah, I'll use a master key. If you don't have a master key, you won't be able to open it up. You have to go all the way around through Darkwood Forest, or whatever the forest is called, and around past the hydras and up there, and you will meet Havel, Bishop Havel. He has a dragon tooth and Havel's armor, which basically means he's a rock with a large club, and he will beat you down. Here is Crystal Lizard, which you should try and kill, because otherwise he'll just disappear, and I don't know if he respawns. I think he does. It's not like Demon Souls where he disappears forever and it's like, oh, sad face. But this is the boss, and we are going to use the gold pine resin. Should we use it? I'll use it on my first try, but if I die, then I'll just beat him normally. Because really, you should, if you're using the gold pine resin, you should be able to kill him. And if I die, then I'll just do the challenge of shame and try and get him without it. Managed to. Oh, this is a really difficult one to parry because it's such a long wind up. You have to be really, well, decent at parrying, I suppose, in PvE in order to nail it. Right, we'll get this boss then. I'll show you a technique in trying to get him. And it can be quite intimidating at first because you're on this sort of wall area. You're fighting on some pretty, in a pretty narrow environment. He has knockback attacks and, oops, sorry. It's me trying to scratch my nose and hitting the mic. If that sounds pretty bad, I'll edit that out as well. But there's these broken walls and he can fling you off and stuff like that, but we'll try and lure him up that area there, so we're not fighting him on uneven ground. Right, here he comes. Yep, and we run like a pansy. I have a terrible singing voice. Yep, I'm not even going to try. Let's get him. Let's go. Do a plunging attack. Nope, he missed us. But that's the risk of going back up here, is that he can hit you again. Right, let's lure him up here. If you stay too close to that edge, he will hit you. So yeah, be careful. He's very similar to the Siam demon, where he has he like brings up his great axe or whatever and slams it into the ground. Very slow swings. Some unusually fast ones, or unexpectedly fast attacks as well, which can catch you off guard. But yeah, if you're a new player, I would advise using pine resin, taking them out. I didn't really feel like fighting that guy because he's just going to end up being a normal enemy later on. Same with the next boss, the Capra Demon. well, he's not the next boss. But, even the bell gargoyles become normal enemies in Anor Londo. I kind of get why they do that, because you know, if they can't be asked to make a new enemy, then they just reuse a boss and I don't know, just make it more difficult for you. But by the time you go up against the Taurus Demon in the Lost Eyes of Earth, you're going to be a much higher level. Alright, we are going to reveal the most awesome NPC ever. Solaire! Alright, let's talk to him.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
Oh, keep getting Estes fast. There are some theories that he's the exiled son of, or the exiled firstborn son of Lord Gwyn. I think it's a nice theory. Sort of elevates the position of Solaire, makes him this really awesome, or more awesome character, because he's like a demigod now. But unfortunately, his storyline can sort of end in two ways. One, you save him, but he gets really gloomy and depressed, and the second, he's gloomy and depressed and he wants to kill you. So it can be a very sad storyline. But I've been watching the Dark Souls 3 trailers, and I'm thinking, you know that dragon, the guy who's riding the dragon. I'm kind of hoping it's Solaire. He is reborn into the proper god figure, and he's come to, I don't know, stake his claim. But in a way, it's another depressing moment because you're killing Solaire. He's awesome.
Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment.
Yep, we have a moment.
The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey?
Yeah, let's help each other.
This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this.
Now this allows you to summon.
We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind.
Ho 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 ho. Jolly cooperation.